Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to rise up. It's time for you to rise up and stop letting the days go by. Stop letting the weeks go by, the months go by, the years go by, and then you keep looking back and wondering why you're not where you want to be yet. It's because you lack discipline. It's time for you to rise up, and it's time for you to walk into the life that you've been created to live instead of walking into the life and living what you've turned it out to be. I talk to so many people and they're full of excuses and nobody's full of answers. Well, I'm coming to you right now with the answer. And the answer is your discipline. Stop procrastinating your dreams. Stop procrastinating your life. Stop procrastinating your marriage. Stop procrastinating with your kids. Stop procrastinating with your job, your career. Ladies and gentlemen, you get one life. The millionaire and billionaire doesn't have more time than you got. So there's no excuses. Yeah, people have had different starts, but guess what? There's some people that have came from the bottom. There's some people that don't have excuses. They figured out the answers. They got the knowledge. They put it to work, and now they're where they want to be. And if they can do it, you can do it. If I can continue to live the life that I'm living, you can get to the life that you're living. I got businesses. I serve people around the world. You can get businesses. You can serve people around the world. Are you consistent? Are you ready to put in the work? Just because success doesn't come to you overnight or in the first week doesn't mean you quit. That doesn't mean you give up. Your calling is for life. King David got anointed as a king and went into the field for 20 years and kept doing the dirty work before he walked into the kingdom. How long are you willing to wait? How long are you willing to say, now I've had enough. I got to call it quits. I didn't get the money real quick. I wasn't successful with it. No. You got to stop worrying about just making a living, and you got to walk into start living a life. Ladies and gentlemen, you got supernatural greatness inside of you, every single person. And it's no mistake that you're listening to this right now because I mean you. You may be one of them people thinking that, he's talking to everybody else but me. No, I'm talking to you. You got supernatural greatness in you. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It don't matter what people have said to you. You got greatness inside of you. You got supernatural abilities to continue to fulfill what God has created you to be. You ain't got to listen to society. You ain't got to accept that mindset that they've given you. Because at the end of the day, you're going to die with that mindset. And the only person that allowed you to get to that deathbed at the end of your life full of excuses is you. You don't have to play with the cards that you've been dealt. You can throw them back and get your own deck and deal your own cards. You can go through that deck and choose what you want. But the answer is, how much knowledge are you willing to get and willing to receive to go and flip it and turn it into what you want? Ladies and gentlemen, the answers are out there all around us. We got people, we got societies, we got platforms that want to hold us back in life. But it's only us to continue to break through them. Because they can try to hold you, but they can't stop you. Nobody can stop you. The only person that can stop you is you when you see yourself in the mirror every morning. That is your biggest enemy. You got the devil working against you. You got society working against you. But the biggest enemy you got is your own mind. And you got to get out of here. So many of you are living here. So many of you get caught up in depression and anxiety and compromise. And you sit there and you look at your life and compare it to other people on social media, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And you look at them. Guess what? Their story ain't your story. You could be living a greater life than them, but you're too busy trying to be them. The reason they got where they are is because they followed their lane. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to be confident in your own life. You got to begin to love yourself. Many of you don't even like looking in the mirror because you don't like what you see, because you've been so prone to love and see what's on TV, what's in the movies, the Kardashians, all these people out here who are a walking Dr. Bill. And you out here got a real body. And you out here got real charisma. You got real personality. You a real person. But you constantly looking at other people that have literally went to doctors and built their bodies together. Ladies, you ain't got to do that. Men, stop watching these other people picking up these women that are driving the fancy cars, that got a lot of money and they're flashing cash. A lot of these people are always going and trying to cover up the life that they hate. All the people that you see with all the women around them, and they doing all the drugs and they driving the fancy cars, there's a reason why they keep that lifestyle going 24/7. It's because as soon as the lights go out and they're alone with themselves in their mind, they realize how much they don't like themselves. Now when they're alone, they got to deal with that trauma that they still never let go as a child. They got to deal with those names that they've been called, that they've been dealing with way back as a kid. I talk to people all around, ladies and gentlemen, and there's people that are still allowing things that have happened decades ago to affect them now in their present. People from your past ain't even thinking about you. They ain't even worried about you. They did what they did to you then, and they live in their life not even thinking about you, and you're still letting them live up here. Ladies and gentlemen, all it takes is a few disciplines to continue to erase the past out of your mindset. Not that it's going to go away forever, but so that you can heal and go forward. Because everybody's been given a life, ladies and gentlemen, and your life is not just for you, your life is for others. Don't be ashamed of your story. Don't be ashamed, because now the test that you went through is now a testimony that you've been given to share with others to help them get through the times that they're currently going through. You can be a voice for generations now and generations to come. But so many of you live here and you don't ever speak out of here, and you get caught up and you get held back. And you don't have to. God purposely let you go through certain things so that you could go and be a voice for people. Did he want anything bad to happen to you? No, but situations happen. But Romans 8:28 says all things work together for those who love the Lord. So if you've been raped, you've been molested, you've been hurt, you've been lied, you've been cheated to, God said, come to me. Let me heal you. Let us flip that story where the enemy tried to take you out, and let me go and turn it for your good. Let me use it to elevate you. Ladies and gentlemen, your past has power. And I use my past now to tell people all about it, because it has power and it elevates me. Never be ashamed of your story, because you're the only one living it. And you're the only one that's been able to get through it, because ain't nobody else living the life that you got, because it's been given to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to tell you that you have been chasing a dream for a while. You've been giving up. You've been starting. You've been giving up. But at some point, when you continue to hit that plateau, you're like a plant. You got to be taken out of the pot, and you got to be placed into a bigger pot. And then soon enough, you got to be placed into the ground so your roots can continue to go deeper and deeper. So many of you keep repeating the same cycles because you don't get out of the pot. You keep staying in the same pot, and you wonder why you're not growing. You wonder why you're not breaking the cycle. You're constantly living in the same dirt. In order for you to get out, you got to do something different. You got to replant. And no, that's not me telling you to run from your problems to a different state. I'm telling you, it starts right now. It starts with you. You have to change within to win. And that's the only way you're going to get it, ladies and gentlemen. Can't nobody go and tell you things to please your ears to really change your life. We can motivate you. I can motivate you. I can inspire you. But real change doesn't happen until it comes from within. And I'm going to tell you what, all of you people that keep living in fear and keep allowing fear to hold you back from your dreams, you've been contemplating on starting for years now. Well, I'm going to leave you with this right here, ladies and gentlemen, because me, I don't live by fear. I walk by faith. I shot fear down years ago. Fear tried to hold me back, and I said no. There's a saying that they say fear stands for face everything and run, or face everything and rise. Ladies and gentlemen, I choose the second, and I continue to rise, because I'd rather fail and know than never try and always wonder. Because when you fail, you learn, and then now you're one step closer to becoming the success story that you've been dreaming of. Once you learn what you've been called to do, you're already a success. It doesn't matter how high you go. That's up to you. But in order to continue to walk out your purpose, we got to continue to go through more levels, continue to go higher, go as high as you can. You got to live life regardless. Whether you got a year left, 5 years left, 20, 30, 50, it doesn't matter. You got to live. So why not each day, each breath, trying to do something good with it? Because you're never going to break the cycle until you begin to end the cycle. And I'm telling you, you can do it. But the change you want, you can't get the change you want until you change yourself. And it's all up to you, and you can make it happen. Warriors, let's go.